Welcome, everybody. So glad you guys are on tonight. This is just our weekly team Zoom. We want you to be successful, whether it's on the products or maybe you're seeing this and you're like, you know what? I could use some extra cash right now. I could use a side hustle. And so we want you to be successful. The best way to be successful is to jump in and be a part of our community. And so, welcome if you are here with X Team. Welcome if you are here with Hope Givers. And we're just so glad that you're going to tune in and know a little bit more about Singular. And so I'm Melissa Corvin, and we also have Melissa Adams as a host. But tonight you're going to actually hear from some of our friends that have recently done Singular or have been around doing Singular for a while. And you're going to get to hear some of their success tips. We have tips for you for using the product, because you know what? Sometimes there's products that people haven't used out there. And if you're like me, you probably got started with a kit, but you didn't get all the products. You might have gotten 6 or 9, but maybe 10, but you didn't get everything that we have. So you're going to hear some things like that, or hear what people love. You're also going to hear a little bit about what people love about being the X-Brand partner. And so I'm excited to do this with Melissa Adams tonight. And what else I love about this is that we have the ability to do this from wherever. We have a lot of freedoms. I'm actually not at my house. I'm at my friend Robin's house. And this is her extra office / craft room, I guess. And she uses Singular and has been doing it for over 10 years. But we also have a lot of flexibility. And so Melissa Adams is she has her grandbabies with her. And so that's exciting. So I'm going to go ahead and let her kick it off a little bit more. And she's going to introduce a couple of people who are going to share what Singular has done for them when it comes to using the products.
Hey everybody, I'm so glad and so excited to be here with you guys on this amazing Tuesday. So I do have a couple of special guests, and people say all the time, like, I don't have time to do this, and I don't have time to, I'm not, there's all kinds of excuses, right? Well, my first guest, I'm just going to tell you right now, if she can do it, anybody can do it. I am going to introduce to you April Crissell. She is an over-the-road truck driver. She drives an 18-wheeler. She cooks all of her food in the cab of a truck. She has been with me for years, and then recently has decided to be an X-Brand partner. So not only is she having huge success with the products in the cab of the truck, but she has also started a business in the nooks and crannies of her day while driving a truck. So you guys, please make welcome April. She's going to come on and she's going to introduce herself. April, are you there? And I don't know if her camera's going to work. You're going to have to unmute yourself. So let's see. Can you unmute, April?
Yeah, I think I got it.
Hey, and I don't know if the camera's going to work or not, because she's actually pulled over and sitting on the side of a road. So April, tell us a little bit about where you were before you started Singular, and why you chose Singular, and how have you managed this from a truck?
Well, I first started Singular, about 6 years ago, bought a kit, started on it, and I had some stomach ulcers really bad. So I went off and thought, I'm not going to do this. And I've tried about 7 or 8 products after that and done nothing but fail and waste my money. So I called Melissa back and said, okay, this is it. I got to have another kit. I got to do this because I've got to get some menopause weight off, and I'm on the road, and the shakes make it easy when I'm on the shakes. So Melissa got me started back with the Tummy Tamer kit, which was all new for you guys at the time. And that's worked wonderful. And then we're doing these new Elevate food programs. And what I actually do is I prep a lot of it at home and divide it out. And I have what they call a lunchbox warmer in my truck. You just plug it in. It looks like a black lunchbox, and you take aluminum foil and set it in there, and I can warm anything up in there. I keep a refrigerator, mine's actually a cooler refrigerator. So I pack everything in that. And right now I'm not out over the road a lot, but I'm gone a lot of overnights. So I just prep everything on the weekends, pack it up when I go. And I went on one of the first 6-day boot camps she had and lost 6 pounds my first week. So I don't have, it's hard to do. I spend 12 hours in the seat of a truck. So every time I'm stopped, I walk laps while I'm fueling. I walk laps around my truck while they're unloading me. That's my hardest part right now, is getting in the steps. But
Well, the thing is you're doing it. That's the thing that's just absolutely amazing to me. You're not giving excuses when you have them. You're actually doing it. So, so recently you decided to become a partner with us. So talk to me about that. What was the reason you decided to do that, other than I really pushed you? But tell us about what it's, I mean, already, like, you had an amazing, somebody come on right away and join you. And how has that been?
I did it because, number one, freight's been actually terrible. So my paycheck's about a half what it has been. Two, it's working for me. So people are seeing that. They're seeing it working. They're asking me what I'm doing. So they're asking for stuff. My daughter's having all kinds of health issues with her intestinal tract. So that's one person that signed up, and she's got her tummy tamer kit. She just hasn't had time to start on it yet. So, but it's basically word of mouth. People talk to me, ask me what I'm doing, or see me and be like, wow, you know, you look smaller, or you're doing this or that, or what are you eating? Or they'll be talking to me, and I'm like, yeah, I'm drinking my super happy drink today. And they'll be like, what is that? So I'll tell them what it is. And we need that. So that's how a lot of them are getting started.
So did you have special training, or have you done this before, or do you have all of these special magic powers to do this? Or can
I don't
anybody?
have any training. I've been in network marketing. I was with Vision for Life when they first started, and they started out with one product. We went up to 90 products and back down to one product. And that's the only training I've had. And it's nothing training. I sold it by word of mouth. It was, that's all I could say about it.
So what's your favorite product with Zingula?
Yeah, it's all the Zingula products, because I've tried 3 or 4 other ones recently, and I throw them away.
And what is your favorite Zingula product, and why?
Right now it's probably the shakes, the lean, just because it's easy for me. I can pack almond milk, because I mix mine in milk. I pack almond milk, and if I'm hungry, I can throw that sucker in a shaker bottle and have a midnight snack. I can have breakfast, I can have lunch. I don't have to worry about what the truck stops feeding me.
Yep, I love that so much. April, I am so excited for you with your success, and I'm glad you're back. I'm glad you're back as a partner, and thank you so much for jumping on. Any tips on doing it while you're busy?
You just have to plan your grocery shopping. But I can stick that truck anywhere, and I run in the store and grab what I need. And if I eat out, I just try to be sure I'm eating something healthy. I try to make sure I take away all the carbs if I can, but I just honestly don't like to eat out. So I just make sure I pack ahead. It's all planning ahead.
Well, again, if you can do it, anybody can. Thank you so much for jumping on, and
Right.
get back on the road and be safe out there.
All right. Thanks.
Bye-bye. So, gosh, can you even imagine doing this on the road every single day? That's what she does. And cooking in a cab of a truck and fixing, that's why the biggest thing is either you prepare to succeed or you prepare to fail. If you don't do anything, if you fail to prepare, you're not going to succeed. So that's probably the biggest tip that we can give you, is you've got to know what you're doing, meal prep, and have everything ready. But I want to introduce you to one more person. Is that okay, Melissa?
Yeah, that's great.
Okay, so I have got another lady that's on here, and man, oh man, did she come in like a fireball and just do the most amazing things ever. Not only I'll let her tell, I'm not going to take too much of her story away, but she is a single mama of 4. She is a nurse, and she is just precious to me. And I want you guys to meet Hillary Brown. So Hillary and I just spent a weekend in Miami together a couple of weeks ago. And Hillary, talk to us about where you were before you started this. Same questions, basically. Where were you before you started this, and why did you decide to jump in? I think you're muted, hon. There you go.
I'm muted because I've got a little talker right here. So I'm Hillary. I live outside of Savannah, Georgia, and I started about 2.5 years ago. I was in a really dark place. I realized after this one turned a year old that at her birthday party, I was not in any of her pictures, none. And, I was just hiding from the world, didn't get out of the house. I was miserable. I was way overweight, and I got into it for the health reasons. I honestly signed up as a partner because it was half off and no sane woman can pass up a deal. So I was like, oh, whatever. I'm never going to share this. But I had tried all of the things and gained or lost 1 or 2 pounds, gained them right back, fluctuated. And day 3, I was down 4.6 pounds on this, and I could not stop telling anybody. Not only that, but, before I even got it in, like Melissa said, I'm a nurse, I'm a researcher, and I researched every individual ingredient. And I was like, I'm going to find something wrong with this. And I'm telling you, the more I looked into it, the more impressed I was at all of the health benefits and just everything that it can do for your body. So obviously I started sharing because I'm not a selfish person, and I wanted everybody to gain the same things that I got from it. In 8 days, I was down 11 pounds, and in 4.5 months, I lost 60 pounds. I lost 70 pounds over 7 months, and 2.5 years later, I am still maintaining it. I've gotten rid of so many other pharmaceuticals that I was dependent on, but with such an incredible health story, it transforms my life that way. That's not even the best part that Zingular has done for me. Y'all, I am a single mama of 4 kids and a nurse, and it is extremely stressful. And at the time I was still married, we were on a single income for a 6-person family. And 1 month into sharing these products, my husband got into a wreck and he couldn't go to work. He was out of work from September to January. So needless to say, we ran out of our PTO almost immediately. I mean, there was nothing holding us together, where we were struggling to make ends meet anyways. And this was a God thing. This was a God thing. The timing was perfect, because had it not been for this extra income that I got from helping others find what I had found in the program, we would not have been able to put food on the table for the kids. Our kids would not have had Christmas that year. It was really my saving grace. And in 6 short months, I went from feeling like I was inadequate, not contributing anything, just physically, financially. In 6 months, I had tripled what I was making as a full-time nurse, just from sharing these products, from sharing what works. And, now they should be in bed right now. But now I've got the time freedom and the flexibility to do what I need to do to be with my kids, to take them to school, to be there for extracurriculars, to get all the free travel. I've earned 4 free trips with Zingular, and this is just the beginning. What I can give to my kids physically and financially, it has absolutely changed my life. And throughout the whole process, I was able to get out of a really bad situation, where otherwise I was trapped in a home life that was very unhealthy for myself and my kids. And I was just stuck for more than 10 years because I didn't have the resources or the support or the confidence until I found Zingular. And I had that, I had the resources and the support and the community. I mean, I've never felt so uplifted and so seen and important until I found this company. And so it's absolutely saved me and changed my life. And I would not be here today if it hadn't have been for that one little yes 2.5 years ago, because I was overweight and I wanted to change. myself physically, it changed every aspect in my life. And I'm forever grateful for this opportunity. So don't waste it and don't be afraid to share, because I wouldn't have known had it not been for one of my friends sharing with me, and it completely changed my life. And it has helped so many of my friends. And I mean, it's incredible.
Well, that's what I was going to ask you. What would you say to someone who's having great results with the products, but's kind of on the fence about telling somebody? What would you tell them?
I mean, honestly, you never know whose life you're going to change. You know, if my friend hadn't have shared with me, if I would have never seen her stories or her posting her results, or and honestly, it wasn't necessarily her pictures. Like, it was her courage that she had to post her before and afters, but it was just her talking about it. I was like, you know what, whatever she's having, I want to have. And so I reached out to her and I begged her, please tell me whatever you're doing, because I need help. And if she would not have had the courage to share, then I would not be sitting in front of you right now. I have no doubt about it, that I would not be here today. I would not be able to support my kids. I wouldn't be healthy. I wouldn't be happy. I wouldn't, I mean, we'd be living on the streets, or, I mean, it saved my life because of somebody else's courage. And that's what I tell myself all of the time whenever I get a little bit nervous to share and get vulnerable with other people, is that you don't know who else needs this. And I've got so many friends who it's transformed their lives, and it's touched them in ways that I cannot even fathom, all because I took that step to share. So don't wait, because in my case, it helped me financially. It helped me lose a bunch of weight, pounds, number wise, and everything. But, I've got a friend who had Hashimoto's lupus. She lost only 3 pounds in her first 8 days. She didn't have a huge weight loss story, but, all that inflammation and the autoimmune, her blood work, 100% clear now. It helped her in different ways than it helped me. So you don't ever know how it's going to help somebody else, and in what ways and how profoundly. So I could never keep this a secret and keep that from anybody else.
I love that so much. Okay, one quick question. Favorite product?
Favorite product is XR2, probably, because that's my chill pill. I've got 4 kids, y'all, and balances your cortisol levels. It helps with stress and sleep. And I actually take mine in the morning, and then sometimes in the middle of the day, and then sometimes again. So XR2.
XR2 for the win. Thank you so much, Hillary. I appreciate you. And I love your story. I love the story of just perseverance and determination, and doing it in the middle of the hard, because life has slapped you upside the head and you're still in there. You're still doing it. And I love you and adore you.
I love you.
Thank you. All right. I'm going to turn it over to Melissa, because she's got a couple of friends, and then I'll be back.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Melissa, for, just sharing those awesome stories. And Hillary, you are such an inspiration, just so you know. And April, I love that you shared with us how you do this with the heart, because my good friend Edwina is on here. She shared last week, but she's really getting her business going and has a lot of truck connections, people that are in the trucking industry. So guess who's going to be using this recording, right? You're listening to it probably if you're one of her friends. Anyhow, so yes, I've got 2 girls on here tonight that I really just want them to share a little bit about their Zingular experience. And I'm going to let my friend Kelly go first. And so Kelly, if you want to unmute. And so Kelly and I met each other through Zingular. We didn't know each other besides for this, but her husband has been a horse trainer before, and my husband is a professional horse trainer. And what's great about horse trainers is that they are hard workers and they're committed. But what does stink about horse training is that it's a very expensive lifestyle.
It is.
And so, Kelly, why don't you tell us just a little bit about your experiences with Zingular, and what brought you to even want to get started?
Well, when I first saw my friend who is my neighbor, Bethany, her results, she posted on Facebook, and I was like, oh my goodness. And I just watched it for a little bit, and then I finally reached out. I'm like, Bethany, what the heck are you doing? And she told me, she was like, it is this, best kept secret, because it was. I was like, what the hell is this? But when she told me about that, I was like, I have got to try it. She told me about the 45-day money back guarantee, and I jumped all over that because I'm like, okay, well, this stuff's not going to work. And I'm going to get all my money back. And you did mention about the horses. And so right before we started, my husband was a horse trainer, and he actually had to stop doing the thing that he loved because it was expensive. I mean, I remember you said you had over 20 horses. Well, at one point in time, we had close to 22, and we just couldn't afford that. And you know how expensive that is. And we were like living on a budget thinking we're millionaires, and we just weren't. But so back to the product. So I had ordered, and it come in, and it was back when I ordered the biggest kit, the ultimate, and because I wanted to try everything to see what I liked, what didn't work for me or whatever. And it was like after day 3 or 4, and I looked at my husband and I was like, oh my goodness, what is this stuff? Because I feel amazing. And of course, my husband did too. And it was like, I lost 32 pounds and 40 inches in 5 months. My husband lost 65 pounds in 5 months. And then my husband went on to lose 85 pounds in a year, y'all. And he looks so amazing. I can drop the pictures wherever. I'll share it with you. Melissa will get it to you. And, so yeah, I mean, the products, they spoke for themselves, y'all. And a little backstory on me, I had actually had a stroke before I started Zingular products. And it had just come because I was 35 years old, and they said it was because I was still taking birth control. Whatever, I'm not sure exactly, but I had a stroke. So I just remember, oh my word. So I just remember thinking, Lord, just, I don't care. I'll do whatever I have to do. Don't take my, my memory, my I love to sing. Don't take my voice. Don't take, because it was kind of rough, but I got everything back. And praise Jesus. And I don't even know where I was going with that, but oh yeah, it's because these products are so amazing. I mean, they work so well, and they made me feel so good. I had more energy. I slept better. I'm less stressed. XR2, what Hillary said, that's where it's at, because it is amazing. It really works. And, and anybody, I mean, definitely talk to your doctor, because I showed him all this stuff because I was scared. I was like, okay, I had a stroke. Can I take this stuff? And he approved it. And it's amazing. These products really work, and they work so well. I decided to sign up and become a partner. And I was telling my friends, and they just wanted to feel amazing too.
Yes. And so Kelly, you have been an ex-brand partner, and you decided to do that. So tell me a little bit about, like, where do you see yourself in the next 2 years after using all this? Like, where do you see yourself?
Like in the business?
Yeah, or just in life, because of Zingular.
In 2 years, I mean, I'm gonna dream big. It'd be great to be an executive.
Yes, I love it.
And honestly, I would just love to be making the money. Right, I mean, right now it pays for our products. It helps out with my car payment, and it helps my husband. are able to get extra groceries in the house where like, they're skyrocketed super high nowadays, but it just helps, it helps me be able to do little things like that. But honestly, I would love to get the horses back. And I know my husband's getting older and I don't know, but his love for horses, I'm telling you what, it would be awesome to see him train again.
Yep. Well, I love that. And that's exactly why a lot of people do decide to be a partner, because there's not really anything else out there right now that can allow you to make some extra money on the side without having to give up so much extra time. I mean, the average hourly wage right now is what is it, like maybe, is it $10, up to $10 maybe? I don't know if any of it, but it's, if you were having to make, and if you want $400 a week, well, that's 40 hours. If
Yes.
you're already working full time, you can't really work another full time job, right? So people need to do something, and this is a great thing to do in the nooks and crannies. And we have this Zoom every Tuesday night, so you can jump in, learn more, because we're here for, like I started out, we're here for you guys, our newer members, our newer partners, to hear these stories and to get inspired and have more success yourself. So real quick, Kelly, tell me, you said you loved XR2. You said you started out with the bigger kits. You could try everything. Is there one go-to product you think everybody should put on their subscription, and why should they do that?
Oh my goodness. I would say the one go-to product, if I had to choose one, is collagen. I absolutely love it. Hair, skin, and nails. I mean, my growth is crazy. And I do have to say, I would also add the orange pineapple trim stick, because mixing that together in the pina colada is amazing. It tastes so good. It's like a party in your mouth, y'all.
I love that. Okay, well, awesome. Well, thank you so much for being on tonight.
You're welcome.
And so now I'm going to pass it over to my friend Mackenzie Smith. And Mackenzie, you guys, has been an inspiration to me for a long time, because she has built this business as a young single gal, and she is a dog mom, but she started out initially, I met her, she's from Colorado, but I met her when I went up there to do an event, but she initially started out with her mom, and they were kind of doing it together, but she wanted to do it for her health reasons too. But this last month, she actually earned our $400 bonus. And so that's another great thing that Singular does, is that when you do start sharing, you get paid within 72 hours of somebody buying a product or a kit from you. And you get a deposit through either a bank card, it goes on your debit card, or it goes into your Hyper wallet, you put it in your bank account. But we also give bonuses. And so when you are brand new, you get a quick start bonus for helping 4 people. That's $100. You can double that and get a $200 bonus. But then this last month, we had a $400 bonus you could get for hitting ranks. And so she got one of those bonuses, and it's available for anybody else that wants it too, this month and next. So Mackenzie, why don't you unmute and just tell us a little bit about your Singular product experience, and like tell us what that extra $400 did for you last month.
Okay, yeah. So I've been with Singular for 7 years, which is crazy. I don't know how that happened. Feels like I started yesterday. But in my first 8 days, I lost 3.5 pounds and 6.5 inches. And it was just what I needed in my life. I was depressed and just needed something to work, and it did. And my mom held my hand and did it with me. And I'm forever grateful for that, because we got through it together. And I've been slow and steady, plugging along, trying to build a team. But then finally last month, one of my coworkers, who has been watching me for 6 or 7 years, I'm not sure exactly how long she's been watching, finally decided that she was ready to do it too. And when she was going to do it, she signed up her sister. So I got a new partner. I met my rank up, which was amazing. And I got that $400 bonus, which was a huge blessing to me. This has been kind of a long summer. because I took trips. I went to Zing Fling and we just enjoyed our time and just didn't worry about anything. Just we were going to make sure we had a good girls trip. And then when I got home, I had the blessing of not only buying 4 new tires for my car, but I bought 5 within
Oh.
2. And if you don't know, tires are not cheap right now. So my savings account took a hit, but that $400 helped me put some money back in there. And summer has finally showed up in Colorado and it is hot. So I also just on a whim decided I was going to buy myself a pool the other day.
Oh.
And so I bought a pool.
I love it. I love it. And so now you're gonna have to send us a picture of you in the pool, and we'll post it in. I'll put it on my stories, and we'll put it in Hope Givers, and also in our page, Meet Singular. So I'm so excited for you. And let me tell you guys, there's really 4 ways that you can get started with Singular. Okay, and so if you're kind of checking this out, and maybe you already use our products, but you're thinking, you know what, that's me. I'm a customer. I use the product. So that's the first way. But maybe you're saying, I love being a customer. I've used the products. I consistently buy them. Maybe recently even had to put your subscription on hold because, things have gotten expensive, but you love Singular stuff. Guess what? You can do the second part, which is sign up. It's $49.95 for you to have your own affiliate link. And that link, most people will help 4 to 8 people themselves. They'll get 4 to 8 customers. That gets them their quick start bonuses, helps them with the rank up, and that helps them be able to pay for their product for the following few months. And you have a lot of people that will join that love the products just like you do. And so they'll stick around and reorder, and you'll continue to make that residual income every month because every time they buy, it's not like when you're an Amazon affiliate. A couple of things. You've seen everybody put their link out there and say, hey, go buy this from Amazon. Have you seen that before? See a few hands. So first and foremost, if you have an Amazon store and somebody does buy it from you or buy something from you, you're usually only making 1 to 10%. You're not making that much, but it's one time. They don't let you make that the second time the person buys it or the third time the person buys it. Okay. It cuts it off. So unlike that, Singular allows you to get started. When somebody gets started, you make 20%. Then when they reorder, you continue to make money. And that's fantastic because it really can truly turn into something that just deposits into your bank account. And because you get paid every time somebody buys, you can get paid 5 times a week, except on Mondays. How many times we get paid on Mondays? 3 times. Because we get paid for Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. So that's pretty exciting. So that's the second way. The third way is that you can jump in and you can say, I want to make part-time income. I need $1,500 a month. And with $1,500 extra dollars, what could you do? Could you have that pool in your backyard like Mackenzie, right? Could you pay for the tires and not have to put them on a credit card? Could you take your family on a vacation, right? Could you start paying for horse feed? There's so many different things that even an extra $1,500 would do, but that's part-time income. But the good news is with this, you don't have to take a lot of time out of your regular schedule. I mean, I see people sitting on their front porch doing this. I see somebody folding laundry doing this. Like, this is your regular time that you're already doing, and you're plugging people in to stuff that we already have going on. So you're doubling your resources. Okay, that's what smart people do. Then the fourth way that you can get started with us is that you can see the big vision. Just like Kelly said, 2 years from now, she wants to be an executive. An executive with our company, you guys, makes an average of $10,000 a month. Okay, what would an extra $10,000 a month do for you? Would you be able to actually have that dream car that you've been thinking about? Would you be able to put that $10,000 aside into savings for maybe 4 months and have $40,000 in the bank? And that would be able to pay maybe a vehicle off or pay for somebody's college that you've been wanting to help, maybe pay for your own so you could actually have a career change and do something you love, not something you have to do. Right? That's for the fourth way for somebody that sees a bigger vision. And it's okay for you to start wherever. You could be a customer, you could be, somebody who just wants to get their products paid for, you could make part-time income, or you could see the bigger vision. It's up to you. but we want to invite you to join us. So every Tuesday night here, 7:30 Central, 8:30 Eastern time, we are going to continue these stories, and you're going to meet new people every week, hear a little bit about what's going on with them, and then we can help you have your own story or grow your story and everything like that. So thank you guys so much for being on tonight. Melissa, thank you for being on with us. Thank you to our guests, April, Hillary, Kelly, and Mackenzie. And I hope you guys go out and grow. And remember, Singular's here for you. So y'all have a fantastic night. Thank you guys for being on.
Bye, guys.
Bye, y'all.